Jazzcast Pros.
Not only do apps on our phone drain our battery and steal our storage, but they also can be overwhelming on your phone. Ever look up something and you're looking for minutes, moments, seconds on how to find what you need? Well, in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to remove those duplicate apps from your phone so you can save on storage. Welcome to the Declutter Empress Radio podcast, a podcast to help you create a functional space wherever you roam. I am your host, Daria, and today we will discuss how to make your home your oasis. If you hear any background noise today, I am actually doing some granny nannying. I think I've mentioned in an earlier episode that I am now a grandmother and I am currently on vacation, not babysitting, but really taking care of my grandbaby. And I'm so excited. But I am going to get right down to this month's episode. We're continuing our series on what's on your phone. And I want to get you to get organized with decluttering your phone. So, in this episode, this is part 2, where we're going to discuss apps. Now, we all, I'm sure, have a lot of apps on our phone. I know that you have more than 5, okay? And it can be cumbersome. And to go through all of these different screens on the phone to get to where you need to be is complicated, overcomplicated. And it's just too much because aside from the phone app itself, the contacts and the messaging, and I'll let you have the clock. I mean, we have all these other apps. Sometimes we think that we need the apps. No, we don't need them. It's just what makes our lives easier and more convenient. So, I am going to discuss today in part 2 how to organize your apps better and how to remove duplicate apps on your phone already. So let's just get started. So, say, for example, the app that you may be listening to this podcast on right now, say you have Apple Podcasts. Okay, so you're listening to this on Apple, and I'm also on Spotify as well. Now, here it is. Daria, I know you're not going to tell me to get rid of one of these apps. When don't you want us to listen to you on both of these apps? I do. I do, yes. But that's not my purpose of seeing how many apps I can get on, how much exposure, because my point of having this podcast, period, is to help others to create an oasis space, to have function. So I'm going to tell you, why have 2 apps? Why have Spotify and Apple on your phone? Why have both subscriptions? If you go through your playlist, I'm sure you will find that there are duplicates. So get rid of one or the other, and that will save not only storage, but that'll save you time in searching for whatever playlist you're wanting to listen to. And it's the same with any other type of app. So say, for example, medical apps. Now, we know like with different types of health insurance, we have different medical apps. We have fitness apps. We have apps to keep up with our health as far as our health history and whatnot. And if you have those, like specifically the fitness apps, like I have an iPhone, so I already have the health app on here. And at the same time, with the medical insurance, they have a fitness app. Why have both apps? I got rid of one of those apps. I just kept the defaulted one that came with the phone, the health app that tracks my steps and all of that. It's about clearing the way, clearing the clutter from the apps. You're downloading all these apps, it's taking up your storage. And as I mentioned in the last episode, part 1, oh my goodness, we're already being charged so much money. I mean, not so much. I mean, some of us are paying. I mean, I'm sure some of you out there are paying so much money for storage. I mean, I don't even want to pay 99 cents a month because I'm just like, it irks me to no end. No, just get rid of what I don't need to save my space. And many people download these different apps for different reasons. Same with the benefits portal. For example, if you're working a W 2 and you have a benefits portal and you have not only is it on your desktop, but you also have it on your phone. Well, think of it like this. How often are you accessing your benefits app or your payroll app on your phone? Compare that to how many times you're accessing on your desktop. If you're accessing your payroll and benefits on your desktop more than your phone, get it off your phone. You don't need it. Especially if you're getting paid biweekly or if you're getting paid twice a month and you only access it, that W 2 benefits like twice a month or every 2 weeks, and you only go on your laptop, your desktop to access it. Why even have it on your phone? Get rid of it on your phone. Save the storage. And this way, you can free yourself up from even having to think about which technology to use to access it, your desktop or your iPhone. So you don't need the app. Now, if you're not going to continuously use the app, get rid of it. Because I can remember because I still read printed newspapers and I also read online newspapers. And I remember having both the Feedly app and Insta app, I think it was called, at one time. I actually got rid of them both because I'm like, okay, I'm reading the hard copy because I would get the hard copy from the library. I do not pay for the print. And there are only a few subscriptions that I'm actually subscribed to for free online. There are 3. And I said, I don't need another app to track all of these articles. I don't need it. I don't, because first of all, I was grouping them and I wasn't even going back to read them because I forgot about them. And so I got rid of them both. They weren't serving me anymore and it freed up storage. The same goes for financial apps. So, say if you have brokerage apps, if you have budget apps on your phone, it goes back to like your W 2 apps. If you are using the app on your desktop more so than you are on your phone, and you're going to have to track this because remember, you cannot measure what you don't track. I would definitely get rid of it on your phone if you're already accessing on your desktop. So if you are looking to see, oh my gosh, and it's that time to track how much your investments have made within the last year or so, or if it's time for rebalancing. Well, if you're tracking that through the desktop, which I find it easier to track on the desktop, I mean, everyone's different. But if you're tracking that on the desktop more than your app, get rid of it on your phone. Free up space. The same goes for audiobooks. Now, I love my audiobook on my phone. I think I've mentioned this before, the Libby app. It's a free library app. I strongly recommend it. I highly recommend it. I only buy a few books a year because I do believe in the printed word and I do believe in exchanging or giving away books that I've already read because I journal a lot and I know things that I read. I do like little reading reviews personally. So I can remember what I've read and to give a brief synopsis. So I listen to audiobooks mostly on my phone. I don't have it on my desktop. I have it on my phone, and that's just it. I'm not going to have it in both places. And I love it. It works. It works splendidly. And I love not having a bunch of clutter. Now, what I will say, if you're having a hard time deleting these duplicate apps on your phone, I'm going to suggest, and as I said, it's probably the same for Droid users too, but you can group your apps together. So, say for example, if you have um, a being that I am now a grandma, I have so many resources for accessing everything baby and tracking how my grandchild is growing along the way. So I have all of these grouped. I can actually hold down on the home page of my iPhone, hold down all the apps. And if you have an iPhone, you know how you can hold it down and all the little widgets start wiggling. You can actually move those over. And I don't know how it depends on how tech savvy you are, but you can always get a tutorial on these things by just simply looking it up online. But if you press your finger on it and the widgets will start wiggling, you can actually move your apps one at a time together and it'll appear like a box on your app and you can group it and name it. I name mine grandchild stuff, grandchild stuff, all the research and everything. And I also name anything that I find on the web. For example, if I say, okay, 11-month-old, I will name that internet search 11-month-old whining, not whining, but 11-month-old crying or 11-month-old walking. I will name it that. So then when I'm doing a search, I can just simply look that up because you want to look it up. You want to name your widgets on your phone what you will ideally look for, just like online. What are you going to look up? What are you most likely going to uh, search for when you're looking up a particular item? And that's what I have on my phone. Same with vitamins, like say, for example, vitamins and exercise. I have my stuff grouped in a little box and I have 6 apps in this box that is related to vitamins and health. It's in a box and I don't have like on one page, 3 screens, 12 widgets. It's just overwhelming and it makes it cleaner too. And I want to hear about how this works for you and if it makes a difference for you too, because it made a difference for me. Because staring at my phone, having to go through 3 screens, now I just have consolidated down to 2. And it's all right there. It's all right there. I'm like, I can't do 3 screens. I do go by the rule of 3 in a lot of things, but on my phone, no. We're just going to group them together. So I'm hoping that this will help you declutter your apps on your phone. Please let me know by writing a comment on Apple Podcasts on how this worked for you or whatever podcast directory you're listening to this on. I want to hear how this worked for you, if it worked for you. And if it did, let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you all of you, my subscribers. You all mean a lot to me. And I so love the comments. I love hearing how this content helps you to live an organized and functional life by getting rid of the stuff that you don't need to create your oasis space. And I am serious about this because we are living in a time right now where we have to support one another in community with each other. Reach out to your neighbors, reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, help one another, exchanging goods that you no longer use and whatnot. Help us to live where we can all live a simple life so we can concentrate on the things that are priority to where we don't have to suffer the overwhelm and stress because life's y'all. It really does. And so let me know if this content helped you. Please pass it along to a friend, a family member, or anyone who you know who could use this message. And also tune into the YouTube channel. There are some helpful tips on there on how to organize everything from your home to practical tips there. Organizing your home and everything else, even junk drawers and all that good stuff. But there's more to decluttering than just junk drawers. But please go there and you can see me in action. And yes, and you can also work with me as well. There's a link on the YouTube channel where you can sign up for a 30-minute virtual decluttering consultation with me. I would love to help you. Okay. So until next time, Take great care of yourselves and live clutter free. I will talk with you soon.